Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing on this fine Monday night? And welcome to another installation of the Cleveland Sports 360 Show with your host, LG, and special guests, the Diamond Kings from Canada. And yeah, I got to throw it out there. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing out over there about? Now they're going to all kick my butt. All right, folks, with no further ado, here is your host, LG.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is LG coming at you live from the StreamingSportsTalk.com studios in beautiful Eastlake, Ohio, directly across the street from the Lake County Captain Stadium. As my man back there on the wheels of steel, Jeff Leaf, told you, we're going to have special guests all the way from Canada. And I'm not going to do the Canadian accent like Leaf, because nobody can do an impersonation better than Jeff Leaf. But tonight, joining us live on the phone lines is Justin Tersigny, and we got Dwayne Curtis, Wes Anderson, Mel Hughes, who is Cody Hughes' mother. We're going to get into that a little bit later. We got Brian Burroughs Ingalls on the phone lines already. He's going to razz me a little bit about the New York Yankees coming in to town and kicking the Cleveland Indians' butt. Hey, Brian, can you hear me, man?
I can hear you.
What's the score of that game right now, man?
It's 11-3 right now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my
Looking
God.
for more.
Obviously, Ubaldo didn't show up today. The Jimenez that we've been looking for is still missing in action. And me and you had some conversation regarding Ubaldo Jimenez. His first start in Toronto went pretty fair, and this time he didn't fare as well. Obviously, Travis Hafner came in and gave the Cleveland Indians fans, it was a sellout in 6 minutes for the home opener. Nothing goes like the Cleveland Indians home opener. There's no bigger party in the world, but they're going to be bummed out as soon as this. Now, they're doing all this without your boy, Derek Jeter, right?
Yeah, they are.
Thank God Jeter's hurt. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Otherwise, it'd be 20-3 right now. But,
it probably would be.
We were tied up for a while. Like I said, Hafner came in and hit a 3-run jack straight out to dead center field in the beginning of the game, man. That was a welcome home that I was and then Swisher, he had a point to prove, and obviously he's not proving it. Isn't that right?
No, he's always been a slow starter, but he'll turn it up.
So who else is on the phone lines with us? Is Justin there?
I'm here.
And then we got Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm here too.
You remembered how to dial a phone today, huh, Dwayne?
Yeah, I did.
One of those old school dial phones, no buttons to press.
Yeah. I know a guy whose finger's so big he can't even use those dial phones. He can't even push the buttons on a touch-tone phone. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Diamondbacks, fast-pitch softball, all the way from Toronto, Canada. We got Brian Burroughs Ingalls in New York. These guys are spread all over the North American continent, and they're out to play some fast-pitch softball, just like Eddie Feigner in the King. These guys were phenomenal, man. But tonight we're going to touch a little bit of a human interest story. Isn't that right, Justin?
That's right.
Tell us a little bit how you became acquainted with Cody Hughes, man. People don't really understand who Cody Hughes is. I kind of stumbled across
Cody Hughes, and I got a call. I believe the call might have even been from Dwayne, that there was a young guy, a teenager, late teens, who had spent a couple of years being sick, and Mel will be able to give you a better description of the disease that he had, that is a degenerative bone disease of some kind, and he fell through the cracks on the, from what I understand, on OHIP, and the life-saving procedure that he needed wasn't covered under OHIP, and the cost.
Now, wait a minute. Let's hold up a minute.
Astronomical if you get sick.
Justin.
Or can be.
Justin.
So, Mel herself, she rallied up some troops. We weren't involved in this time, but she literally took on the healthcare system with the help of some MPs in her area. It was very, everybody knew about it here, and we just kind of followed along, and she got it done, and she's an incredible woman, and we've kind of affiliated ourselves with her, and we brought Cody out a few times to play some ball as well, and in fact the whole fast pitch community really kind of stepped up, and some recognition here of the battle that they fought and won, and unfortunately we weren't there at the very beginning, early stages, or we would have been right beside her. We found out about it after, and she went through a lot of this. She went through a lot of this alone, and I'm not going to tell anybody out there that your child is sick.
Hey, Justin, let's just explain to the viewers and the listeners out there, what is OHIP? I mean, you refer to this. We don't have nationalized.
OHIP is here in Ontario, and it's different for every province, but that's the Ontario Hospitalization Insurance Plan. And basically, if you get sick, you can just walk into any hospital and you'll be treated. We don't turn people away. It's not a perfect system. I don't believe there is a perfect system. Sometimes there's long waits. Sometimes, to get an MRI when you're not paying, I mean, it could take you a year. I'll be honest with you. I've been in that situation myself, and the injury has healed by the time you get in for that MRI appointment a year and a half later. But, for the most part, it does a pretty good job, and it addresses a lot of needs that people have who just can't afford insurance or can't afford to pay the bill themselves. Especially, now we're getting into the baby boomers are getting a little bit older now, and that's a lot of people that are relying upon the medical system. So it's, like I said, it's not a perfect system. There's people that are for it. There's people that are against it. I personally believe there's a place for it here in Canada, and sometimes you get left out of the loop, and you need a person like Mel to come in and contact the proper people and put through tremendous amounts of hours and effort into getting it done, and that's what she did. And, it's the same here as it is in the States. I mean, basically what she did was she went up against a bunch of politicians, and I don't got to tell anybody in North America that that's not easy.
No, absolutely, it's not easy. Now, Dwayne, you're the guy that ran across Cody. You brought it to Justin's attention. How did you find out about Cody Hughes' problem, man?
Actually, I saw it on the internet, and I contacted Mel. I'd met Justin after we brought Rich in, the king of his court, so I got a hold of her, and we just, it's hard to describe. We all just snowballed. We have a really good friend, Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn put us in touch with Larry Lynch and the International Softball Congress. They had a tournament coming up in Kitchener, a world tournament. And him and Al Doran, everybody stepped in. They decided that they would bring Cody and his mom and the whole family down to the tournament because Cody's a ball player too. They put him up for the whole weekend, paid his hotel, paid his entrance into the tournament, and he just got to see what fast pitch was really all about. The whole family did. And we went up there first time I met them. And we're pretty proud of that.
Well, that's something to be proud of, man. And
I think so.
Tell us a little bit about the team now. Let's talk to Brian Burroughs-Ingles. He's the catcher, and he's got a lot of baseball experience. Brian, tell us, what does it mean to play with a fast-pitch softball team with these guys that go out in the community and get involved, man? What does that do to touch your heart, man?
I'd say that's what it's all about. I mean, I've learned from the very beginning, one of the guys that got me involved in the game was it's not about the game. It's not about wins or losses. It's just about the people you meet along the way and the type of people and the things you can do for everybody else. So just to hear a story like that, really, that's what you play the game for. And if you can play the game and touch some people and meet people along the way that are great like that, that's what makes the game that much better.
Well, it's phenomenal that you guys got a group of guys together that would come out and join together as a team and support something like what Cody was going through. Unfortunately, I've had people in my family that I've dealt with that were seriously ill, and I know what it is to deal with the medical community in a whole, and we have individualized health insurance down here in the States still. we don't know what Obamacare is really going to do, but when people think about nationalized health care, they don't realize that the long waiting lines, what it takes, maybe you're not going to be covered for a specific illness or whatever. Brian, you can attest to that, being a guy that lives in the United States, man. I mean, obviously, throughout your sports career, you probably were in and out of a medical treatment 1 or 2 times, I would imagine. You didn't really have to wait, right? I mean, the wait is nothing like what you're hearing a year for an MRI, right?
Yeah, I mean, like if I get hurt, I know that I can go in and get seen right away and get something treated right away. And, thank God I've never had to tear anything or have a knee torn out, but I've had a couple friends that I've played with that are from Canada, and they tore up their knee, and they've been on a waiting list for months. And it's good that you don't have to pay so much out of pocket. But I do know that, say if I get hurt today, I can get seen and get it taken care of within the next couple of days. So they both have their positives and negatives. But
So Justin, being the team administrator, what's going on with the Diamond Kings? What do we have coming up, man? Tell us a little bit about that.
First order of business is something that Dwayne and I have been discussing for a while. Obviously, inaugural year for the Diamond Kings, and we've accomplished a lot. We stand for a lot, and we brought Brian Burroughs Ingles on the show for a specific reason tonight, because we wanted to announce to the world that Brian Burroughs Ingles will be the captain of the Diamond Kings for 2013.
Wow!
There's a lot of thought went into this process. If you look at our roster up and down, and I'm sure Brian is kind of looking at that roster up and down right now, thinking, how the hell did I just become captain? But it's an experienced team, and it's a team of, if you wanted to learn a game with the game of fast pitch, that's the team that you would want to be on. And Brian Burroughs Ingles stands for everything that this team represents. He's the younger generation. He's a generation under us. He's carrying the torch, and we want to make him the captain. It's time for him to step up to the plate here and start being a leader and be one of the premier ball players in North America. And we think he has the ability to do that. Not only is he a great athlete, but since the get-go from this, he's shown us that he's got a great head on his shoulders too. And I want to congratulate you, Brian, and it's an honor to have you on the team. You're a great person, a great leader, and a great baseball player.
Well, how about that?
I appreciate it. That's definitely a surprise, especially me being one of the youngest guys in the squad. But I appreciate it. I'll do whatever I can. Guys that are going to help you out, and they're going to show you the ropes and to take that next step. And you're definitely leadership material, and I'm happy I could point it out to you.
How about that, Brian?
I appreciate it very much.
How about that, Brian? Right here on the Cleveland Sports 360 show, Brian Burroughs Ingles becomes the captain of the Diamond Kings fast pitch softball team. I mean, what an honor, huh?
That's a huge honor, especially with all those guys that are on the roster that have years and years of experience, and people that I was going to look to learn from. And now I don't even know what to say. This is great.
Well, you could say thank you. No, I'm kidding.
No, I thank you. I appreciate every bit of it for sure.
So, Brian, what's the first thing you're going to do as the captain, man? You're going to go out and pop the cork tonight or what?
You know what? I'm probably going to come up with team workouts and try to get everybody ready to go. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go,
no,
folks.
you know what? It's just help them with anything they need. And obviously, I've always said the catcher's got to be a leader regardless of the title. So I think they made me captain just based on me being me, and that's what I'm going to do. Just be myself, and I've been a coach and a leader my whole life, so I'm going to keep doing that. So.
Well, there you have it, folks. The new captain of the 2013 Diamond Kings fast pitch softball, Brian Burroughs Ingles. Congratulations, Brian. This is a moment that
Thank you very much.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hi, you've got Kimberly here, too.
It's Kimberly and Mel, I believe, joined us. Mel Hughes, are you on the phone line?
I am so.
Well, let's end this relationship with Brian Burroughs Ingles just became the captain of the Diamond Kings fast pitch softball team, so that's a historic moment that took place. And we're going to jump right into another historic moment, the moment that Mel Hughes decided to take on the entire Canadian government to get her son.
To the real captain.
She's took on the government to get her son the treatment that he needed to get his jaw fixed. Mel Hughes, tell us a little bit about Cody Hughes and what exactly that your family had to go through to make sure he could get the medical attention necessary to sustain life.
Cody was 16, and he has rheumatoid arthritis. He's actually the youngest in the world to need this surgery. And our government hadn't done anything about the budget since 1992, and there was a 4-year wait. And after 2 years wait, we were losing Cody. He was on 1,000 milligrams of morphine a day.
Wow.
And he was on a feeding tube 12 hours a night. He was 98 pounds. His heart rate was a 32, and his respiratory was a 7. And I was told he still had 2 more years to wait for surgery. So I went to social media and placed a petition online, and that's where I met all these great ball guys and met hundreds of people and had over 1,000 people on a petition fairly quickly. Went to my MPP, Frank Cleese, and alongside of Frank Cleese, Cody and I went on TV and newspaper and headed over to Queen's Park.
Unbelievable. How long of a process was it before you could get Cody the medical treatments that he needed?
2 years bedridden.
2 years?
From 16 to 18, he never saw the outside except 5 days a week to doctor's appointments.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
No school, no friends, no life.
And I imagine your life was turned upside down, not only caring for Cody, which is what a mother does for her son in the first place, but battling the government in Canada to get the treatments that you needed, right?
Absolutely. I quit my job, obviously. And I didn't leave my home too much either. I was with Cody. Like I said, I fed him through a tube in his nose 12 hours a night and did what I needed to do to keep my son alive.
Absolutely. What a undertaking now. I mean, I've taken care of people that were very ill, and I know it's a 24/7 job that you have to do, and it's strenuous. You know, you never want to see anybody sick like that. But it's great to see guys like the Diamond Kings come together and rally behind the softball, the fast pitch softball community came and rallied behind. And what did things like that?
I can tell you that my husband's been a coach of hockey for years and years and years. He's coached for 20 years, and I never seen a community like the ball community.
Yeah, I mean, it's hockey. What do you expect? No, I'm kidding.
Come on. We're talking to Canadians now.
Hockey? Are you kidding me? The Canadians are playing hockey when they're born, right? Instead of playing with a pacifier, they got a little hockey stick. This is baseball. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's an American sport.
Well, apparently it's a pretty Canadian sport, too.
Yeah.
I'm figuring that out. My son played hardball.
Right.
Cody played at a AAA level till he was 13 years old. And then he was introduced to chemotherapy.
Oh.
And that was pretty much the end of his sports in any way. Until we met Justin. And Justin was kind enough to take Cody out to the ball park after he was a little better, had his surgery, and through my petition is where we met Justin, and Justin came to my house and hung out with my boy and got him out on the field. It was a great day.
Unbelievable, man. This Tersini's a hell of a guy. That's what I'm finding out. Justin Tersini goes out of his way to help out just a little guy that he wanted to play catch, man. That's where it all started, right, Mel?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And what does it mean to Cody to have a community rally around him and show him that he is a guy that people care about? What did that mean for his well-being?
He was overwhelmed, and I wanted Cody to do this tonight. Cody unfortunately had some of his private moments pretty aired all over TV, and I'll be honest, as much as I would have liked him to join in tonight, he's enjoying a little bit of being normal again.
Well, thank God for that. I mean, that's more important.
He doesn't see himself as the hero that we all think he is. He just wants to be a normal kid.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Mel. I mean, it's you really got to give it to him. And I just want to switch over for a minute, and let's talk a little bit to Kimberly Rideout, who really came through and made a fantastic mural in Cody's room. Kimberly Rideout is a fantastic artist, and you can see some of her artwork at www.dreamscenes.webs.com. You can get a hold of Kimberly Rideout at area code 647-898-9278. You can follow her on Twitter at Artist Kimberly and Twitter. You could Facebook Kimberly Rideout at Facebook Dream Scenes Kimberly Rideout. And she did a fantastic job on a mural that Cody Hughes really wanted in his bedroom. And Kimberly, can you hear us okay?
I can. Thank you very much for those very flattering comments.
Well, I mean, my goodness, what a fantastic mural. What did it mean to see a kid's face after you put this thing on his bedroom wall, or on the family room wall, as I should think that maybe it's in the family room?
Larry, you know what? It wasn't even so much seeing his face. Before I walked out the door, Cody hugged me 3 times, and he's a 19-year-old boy, and I'm a little bit older lady, so it was really cool for him to reach out and actually give me a hug to say thank you. And I know that it meant a lot to him, and for me, that was an honor. This boy has been through the ringer and back, along with his entire family. So to be able to do something that brings even a slightest little bit of joy to them, that's an honor for me.
Well, obviously, it was an honor for him to have a Kimberly Rideout original painted on the wall of his home, too, because don't sell yourself short, lady. You do some fantastic work, and if anybody in the North American continent is considering getting a mural, you got to check out www.dreamscenes.webs.com. Kimberly, I mean, some of the artwork you do, it's fantastic. I mean, when did you find out you had this kind of gift from above to be this creative?
Well, I've done art all my life. My grandmother was an artist, but the murals actually stemmed from my niece. About 19 years ago, I painted her bedroom, and it kind of spiraled from there. People kept seeing the murals and saying, wow, you should really go into business doing that, and it's one of those things. It's been word of mouth. I've never advertised since the day I started, and in 19 years, I've been blessed to do almost 500 murals from Toronto to Calgary, and now down as far as Sarasota, Florida.
Well, what would it take for LG to get you to come down to Cleveland and paint my bedroom, baby?
Well, LG, you just send me a plane ticket.
More money than you got, LG.
No, you know, I always wanted the clouds going over my ceiling, you know, so it looks like I'm laying outside. Maybe some stars.
There you go.
Huh?
Us Canadian girls aren't cheap.
Hey, nobody.
That a girl, Mel.
Get your wallet out.
You guys turned this into something, you turned it into something dirty here, man. We're talking just coming down and painting the bedroom here, man. I really
love the thought of traveling with it's one of those things that I'm very blessed. My talent is kind of God-given in my hands, and so I can bring it pretty much anywhere I go. And I've been very, very fortunate to have, the opportunity to go down to Sarasota, Florida, and I've gone across Canada, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Regina, you name it. So it's been really quite an honor, and I love the possibility of going anywhere to be able to put a creation anywhere.
Yeah, I just hope people are going to get to this website. Again, it's www.dreamscenes.webs.com, and you got to check out this lady's work. I know we're flashing it across the screen right now, and it's just phenomenal. I mean, I can't get over some of the realism that this stuff takes on. I mean, you really do a great job at these paintings. And how long did it take you to create what you see in Cody's house?
What you're seeing in the pictures actually that are coming across on the computer right now, these are from Mel's phone, and Mel will be the first to say that she doesn't feel the pictures on her phone do the mural justice, because the image is actually much crisper and clearer. But that was a day.
One day,
unbelievable. The poor girl had a 15-minute break.
A 15-minute break now?
That girl was
15-minute break in 9 hours.
Did you give her an iced tea or anything?
Oh, she did. She made me a wonderful lunch, and It was all I could do to tear away and not spend the evening drinking wine with the girl.
Larry, if I can jump in here for a second.
Absolutely.
She's not going to toot her horn, so I'm going to do it for her. I spoke to Kim that night, and unfortunately, a few years back, I had a friend lose his son to muscular dystrophy.
Oh, my goodness.
And he was 14 years old. He had a massive heart attack at his camp, and my friends have been devastated since, their only son. And I said to Kim, I cannot believe how much joy this has brought to my Cody, and if you ever have another family that you have in mind to do something charity-wise, could you go to his home and make a tribute in his honor for my friends? And she was on the computer with my friends that night. That's what kind of girl
tell you,
Kim
man,
is.
I'm moving
Aside from her fantastic artwork, which is superior to none, she's just an angel.
Well, I tell you right now, I'm considering moving to Canada because you guys have a lot of special people up there, and I like this where people do things.
We're full, LG. Sorry, buddy.
You're full? You're full? That's what you're telling me, man?
Yeah, we're full. Full up.
It just sounds to me like a community of a lot of people doing things for a lot of different people, and, you know, that's the way that God intended things to be, and you don't see that happening.
Absolutely.
You really don't see it happening.
You know what? I think that life is very much a pay-it-forward kind of thing, and I truly believe in karma, and the more good karma you put out there, you know, people always say, oh, if you do this for somebody else, they're going to, you know, you'll get another mural from it. It doesn't matter to me if anybody called me because of Mel's mural or Cody's mural. To me, it's doing something good. You put good out there, and you inspire somebody else to put good out there. And if everybody threw one of those rocks, imagine the ripple effect we'd have in that water.
That's the way it was supposed to be, but for some reason it didn't turn out that way. Everybody wants to stab everybody in the back these days, and you know, that's the beauty of a show like this. We're able to get you people together and show the world that there's still good that can happen, and there's still great things that can take place. It's not over until the fat lady sings, so they say. But Mel, in all honesty, these pictures are just phenomenal of this mural in your house, and you're telling us that the pictures don't do it justice?
Oh, not even close. I've had people phoning me since Kim did the work. Everybody thinks that she did the outside of it, the locker room, and that those are real jerseys hanging on my wall.
You know, I really thought they were real jerseys when I first saw
They're
it on.
Real, well, they're her jerseys.
When I saw it on Jeff Leaf, who is an artist himself, running the Wheels of Steel here tonight. Jeff Leaf is a great artist, and Jeff Leaf thought those things were real jerseys hanging up. When I first saw it on Dwayne Curtis's Facebook wall, I thought it was real jerseys. I actually thought Kim was painting people's name on the back of real jerseys. That's what I thought.
Excuse me, I've got to cut in. This is Jeff Leaf. I agree. I'm looking at these pictures. You say they don't do justice? For crying out loud. I mean, they look beautiful in these pictures. They're fantastic. Go ahead, folks.
Unbelievable, man. Wow. So, Mel, what did this do for Cody's spirits just to have this thing painted on his wall, man?
Just the outpouring of, like I said, these guys. Dwayne is the one who got us in contact with Kim. They just haven't stopped. And like I said, Cody's 2 years into surgery now. He's post-surgery. Cody had to learn to talk again and eat again. And it was a long recovery after surgery. Surgery was 14 hours. And, you know, everything was new to him. He had to learn how to do everything. And at 18, that wasn't very easy. So just to have anybody that cares to listen to his story or share his story or help somebody else, or it's just a great feeling, and he's ecstatic. He loves Kim.
Well, I tell you what, I think that Kim looks like an easy lady to love, and I was trying to get her down here to marry me earlier in
She's
today.
Single, too.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that
I know.
I
knew she was single, you know.
Talented and single.
But anyways,
I'll never be invited back.
What can you do, Kim? You just, when you have it, Kim. You might as well flaunt it. What the heck? But again, you got to get to this website, folks. It's www.dreamscenes.webs.com. You call this lady up, area code 647-898-9278. You follow her on Twitter at Artist Kimberly, or you can Facebook Facebook her at Dream Scenes Kimberly Rideout, RIDEOUT. And I just want to ask you a question, Kimberly. Aren't you fortunate that you were able to break free from the grips of this Dwayne Curtis guy before you got hooked up with him? And, I mean, he might have curtailed, so you might have been painting baseballs for crying out loud.
That's right. My mom actually put the kibosh on that because he was much, much, much too old for me.
Did you hear that, Dwayne? You got kiboshed by the mom.
Have you noticed how long I've been quiet here?
That's a record.
I thought you weren't really there.
That's a record
That
for
might be
you,
a record
Dwayne.
for you, bud.
That's a record, man. How did that work out this way?
Wow.
I mean, obviously, you've known this lady, Kimberly, for years, Dwayne. And we're not going to get into how many years, but did you know how special this lady was back then?
I did, and if you ask her, she was 15 years old and I was playing ball. You can ask her about that.
She told me 14, man, and I thought, wow, Dwayne's really crossing the line there.
Well, they had a nice pool in their backyard back in the day.
Well, hey, you know, I can't blame you for wanting to get into the pool, you know?
Careful.
Everybody wants to get into the pool when it's hot outside in the summertime, you know? But really, unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, the artwork that comes out of this young lady. And what I am blown away by is the speed that she's able to do it. We got to get her down here, Dwayne, and do this studio like you were saying. I mean, you come on down, I'll get you dinner and stuff. How's that, Kimberly?
You got a deal.
Oh.
In fact, that wall that's right behind you looks like it could use a little lovin'.
This whole place could use a little loving. Let me put it to you like that, man. I mean,
So could the host.
So could the host. That's real cute, Dwayne. Real cute. We got to keep this a clean, family-orientated show with all these ladies we have on. So, Mel, just tell our audience one time exactly. Your son had to have his entire jaw replaced. Is that correct?
Yeah, he has a titanium jaw, both sides, plus he had a prosthetic chin put in as well.
And that's
and
14.
he was the youngest in the world, so his joints and chin were custom made in Colorado. And because they weren't sure how big he was going to grow, they had to guess at it. So it was really an experiment with him, and he's done wonders.
And you know what I just don't understand is, are you telling us that the entire jawbone has been reconstructed, or did they leave parts of the jawbone in and just replace the joints? How does that work?
No, the arthritis had totally destroyed. That's why he had to have the prosthetic chin as well. When they went in, the arthritis had completely deteriorated the jawbone and his chin bone.
And so medical technology can replace an entire jawbone. And the reason I'm asking you, Mel, a lot of people don't realize I lost my wife from breast cancer, and one of the last things, well, not the last things, but one of the things that happened was that the cancer attacked her mandible and actually broke her jaw. So, you know, I have a little bit of familiarity. I can't even talk. I shouldn't even be talking about this on the air because I'll get choked up. But there's a lot of nerves and things that run through that jaw. It's a tunnel of nerves and things of that nature.
Yeah, Cody has one eye that since surgery doesn't work quite the way that it used to do. But yeah, that was one of the things that we were told prior to surgery, that there's a lot of nerves, obviously.
Oh, it's like
right into the skull.
It's like
where
a tunnel.
Your jaw joints are is right into your skull. So
it's a tunnel of nerves.
That was a chance that we had to take.
Yeah,
He's been very lucky. He just has one eye that he has no feeling in.
So he's able to lead a normal life now. Does he go to school and attend classes?
He went back to school after being home for 2 years. He had the courage to go back to school. He's working full-time with his dad, so he does what we call here a HAIL program, so he gets to work for his credits. So he goes to school 1 full day a week and works the rest of the week.
Fantastic.
And last year he did a full year of school, and he was on the honor roll. So yeah, he's back to snuff, back to out drinking beers with the boys and leading a pretty normal life.
That's fantastic.
But this surgery he'll need every 7 to 10 years. They don't know how long his jaw will last, but average is 10 years.
Now, if he needs it redone, is this all set up to where it can be redone in the future, or do you have to fight with the government every time something needs to be done?
Well, that's what I've been doing since Cody's surgery. I'm still involved with the health minister. Let's say she's not inviting me over for dinner. But I'm on their case all the time, and it's something that I'm I'm not going to stop the fight. And so far, I've had funding done for 1,244 jaws, including Cody.
Oh, fantastic!
And she has promised me to remain, to be on my side, and continue to look at the budgets as she sees fit. So,
fantastic! That's 1,200, over 1,240 jaws you've had people taken care of. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Fantastic. So obviously God put something on your path that you were able to reach out and not only help your son, but you helped over 1,240 other citizens up there to get a jaw, right?
That's right. Yep.
Well, they're lucky to
Cody's
have...
not the only hero in that family.
Yeah, they're lucky to have Mel Hughes up there, too, because people don't realize what it takes to put a battle together like that and how tiresome that can become. But I want to congratulate you on the beautiful work you did. Obviously, you did it starting for your son, which mother's love for her son can never be underestimated. And just a beautiful work you did to reach out and help 1,240 other people. That's really touching my heart.
Thanks so much.
It makes everything I've done in my life seem like a waste of time. But God bless you, Mel, and I wish you continued success. I wish Cody all the best in the world. We'll keep him in our prayers. We have the Sports Ministries Outreach Program here every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Those guys, I'll put Cody in the prayers with those, the bishop and the minister, and nobody prays like these two guys every Thursday night right here on StreamingSportsTalk.com.
I don't know, Larry. I think my three little monkeys might give them a run for the money since they found out about Cody over a year ago. They've added him to their list of prayers every night, and they now have 23 people that they pray for by name every night, and Cody's right in there.
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, you can't...
We'll take every prayer we can get.
You can't underestimate the power of prayer either, especially when
Cody's
more.
Beat every odd, I can tell you.
Yeah, especially when
the
more than one come
together.
together.
He would be here, so the power of prayer certainly doesn't hurt.
Well, it just goes to show you that doctors don't necessarily, they don't know what you're talking. I knew a guy one time. He went down to the doctor, and he told him he got 3 months to live. He says, "I can't pay the bill in 3 months." He says, "Well, how much time do you need?" And they changed it to whatever it took to pay off the bill. So, I mean,
we only have 52 doctors around the world that do this surgery.
Wow.
And we're blessed to have 2 of them in Canada. Our doctors actually go and teach in California, Colorado. I was very blessed to have these 2 doctors in my life, and sadly we just lost one of them. He just lost his battle to cancer as well.
Oh, my goodness.
In January.
Unbelievable.
But I was happy to see that I was able to change budgets while he was still here. Him and I worked hand in hand. I've never met. I mean, these are 2 doctors that I had a direct line to their cell phone anytime that I needed their assistance with the media, and I mean, they were just fantastic. I would have never been able to get through it emotionally or physical without these 2 doctors. They were phenomenal. And sadly, we lost the one, but it's a rare surgery. Only 4% of rheumatoid patients ever need this surgery, and 1% male. And Cody was the youngest ever.
Well, I think what your next challenge should be, Mel, and I don't want to tell you what to do or anything, but get on the stem cell thing, will you? Get these people to start understanding that these stem cells have the power to transform into anything the human body needs. I mean, I've done quite a bit of research into stem cells myself. I mean, you can regenerate heart muscles with stem cells. You can grow bones. You can grow yourself a new liver, believe it or not. But we got to get into stem cells. That's the next big curve. I just read an article.
Get involved, period, Larry.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even for myself, it took almost burying my son to realize how important healthcare is and how important we need each other.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle, no doubt about it.
Lots, and he teaches me every day.
Well, like I said, God bless you, Mel, and God bless Cody, and let's hope everything continues to go forward, and he does as well as he's doing now, and, we wish him nothing but the best. But I gotta give another shout out. Kimberly Rideout did a fantastic job just to lift Cody's spirits with this beautiful mural. Again, you can get a hold of Kimberly Rideout at www.dreamscenes.webs.com or area code 647-898-9278. Follow her on Twitter at Artist Kimberly. You can Facebook her at Dream Scenes Kimberly Rideout, Rideout. and she did this beautiful mural for Cody Hughes. I think we're going to move along here on the show because we're going to run out of time.
Rich Brown here.
Yeah, we really should have made this a 2-hour show, but Mr. Brown's joining us. I think Justin Tersini should give him an introduction and tell us who this guy is. Justin, what do you think?
Thank you, LG. It's a great honor for me to introduce to you one of the great fast pitch legends of all time, both coaching, played with the king in his court, played against the king in his court, an all-around phenomenal person. Try and get some words out of him. He's a little bit humble, but we'll pressure him a little bit. He's the new coach of the Diamond Kings. He is Mr. Richard Brown. He is the father of Derek Brown, who is also on the team, and it was a great honor to have him be a part of it.
Well, how about
that? I'm here right now, too, Derek Brown.
How about that, Mr. Brown? How's that for an honor, being the new coach of the Diamond Kings? Is that an honor or a smack in the face? You tell us.
Oh, it's an honor. I'm so excited. I was overwhelmed, I think. And then I was also kind of, wow, these guys are decent ball players. I said, can I live up to all the expectations? I thought, can I get on the ball field with these guys? Do I deserve to be there? I love the game. I played for a lot of years, and I tried my best to teach all my boys. Anybody that come around and want to play that game, I tried my best to give them a shot. And I hope I can do the same with this team. It looks really good. I love it.
Well, from what I understand, Mr. Brown, just from talking to Justin and Dwayne a little bit, you are a very well-respected individual in the world of fast pitch, and they're honored to have you as the head coach of the Diamond Kings. And joining us on the phone, I believe your son, Derek Brown. Is that right?
Yep, I'm here.
Derek, what do you do? Give us a little background on yourself. Obviously, you came up, you were a son of Mr. Brown's here, and he taught you the game. Where did you take it, and where are you now, man?
Basically, I'm the pitching coach at Davenport University in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And
Michigan? Coached, we got a guy on the phone from Michigan. You know, this is Ohio you're talking to.
Hey, you know what? No blue tonight, baby. You better be rooting for Big Ten.
Nobody in Ohio likes Michigan. It's just a natural stat, just like the Yankees. I mean, Mr. Ingles, are you still with us?
I'm still here, yeah.
Tell him, man. Nobody in Ohio likes Michigan, right?
No, and you know what? I'm actually rooting for them too, even though they beat my Cuse yesterday or the other day.
So even though Ware is going to be sitting there with a broken leg, you guys still don't want the Louisville team to win. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't like the Tino.
I think Michigan's going to take it myself, but don't tell anybody LG sitting in Ohio working for Cleveland Sports 360 said that, folks. But I really think that Michigan is going to take this tonight. I really have a feeling about that. So, Derek, you're in Michigan. You're a pitching coach. How's that working out for you? Did we lose Derek? Derek Brown. We might have lost him.
I might be able to help you out on some of that.
Well, go for it.
Well, I know. I think before we lost him, he said, he's the pitching coach at Davenport College.
Hey, I'm back.
He has his own training facility.
I keep getting dropped.
He dropped the
Are
call.
you back, Derek?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah, before you left, obviously something happened. Something might have happened again. Are you still there, Derek?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about, you're the pitching coach up there at the college. How's that working out for you, man?
It's great. We're working on we're hoping to get our second WAC conference championship in a row here. I think right now we're getting votes to be in the top 20, 25 or whatever in the country. Having a great season so far.
Now, are you obviously, college, you're talking hardball, right? Like this is fast pitch, right? Like not softball.
Yeah.
We're talking like regular baseball.
we're talking girls fast pitch softball. I mean,
oh, this is girls soft pitch. Okay, I thought you were a college for the men's baseball team or something, man.
Nope.
Okay.
I coach the girls. I pretty much coached girls my whole life.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you just got to watch yourself these days being a college coach. Don't get too close to these women, okay, man?
All right.
I mean, you know the rules, right? Make sure you understand
Absolutely.
them. Don't talk to them alone. Don't try to hand out the towels in the showers like this guy I knew one time. You get in trouble doing that kind of stuff.
Is that Jeff Leaf?
Well, he probably would volunteer for that position as well, but we don't want to encourage any misbehaving. But tell us a little bit about the girls. I mean, what do these girls think about playing fast pitch softball? I mean, you see it in the Olympics, you see it on TV. What do they think about this?
Well, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I think they agree with me. It's the best sport in the world. That and maybe hockey's a close second. But yeah, I mean, they definitely love the game. I enjoy coaching the girls. They're not cocky. They don't have attitudes. They're like sponges. You know, they want to learn. And whatever you throw at them, they take it and try as hard as they can.
Well, that's fantastic, man. I mean, you're molding young women into dynamic athletes. I've seen some of these girls play this fast-pitch softball. It's amazing how fast they can throw a baseball. I mean, a softball. It's just amazing to me. But what does it mean for your dad? I mean, what does it mean to you for your dad to be the coach of the Diamond Kings now, man?
I mean, it's obviously a big honor. I mean, I know he's very excited. I've talked to him a little bit about it. I've been on vacation, so I've only talked to him a little bit, but he's definitely really excited about it. Obviously, we got a lot of Hall of Fame players, guys that play for King and his Court. And King and his Court is basically, my dad and I talked about them pretty much growing up. I watched them play against them. I played against them, coached against them. So it's pretty cool to actually be on a team with several of the guys.
Well, what's funny is a lot of people don't realize the King and its Court was 4 guys, right?
Right.
They think of a baseball team. And in softball, do you guys, like, regular softball's 10 guys, right?
9 guys.
Well, I thought there was an extra outfield.
Yeah, we don't play that slow pitch stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I said. Regular softball is 10 guys. Regular. There's 4 outfield.
I don't know what's regular softball. I think regular softball is fast pitch.
Yeah. I'm talking the old man
well
softball.
said, buddy.
The old man softball that they get together on Sunday and they never practice during the week is 10 guys. And they have a hard time.
Oh, yeah, those are the guys that drink a lot of beer.
Absolutely. They know how to drink beer. But I'm saying there's usually, on those old men softball teams, 10 guys. I find it phenomenal that 4 guys were able to get out there and cover the entire field and play with the King and his Court. 4 guys that won a heck of a lot of baseball games, man. So, Justin, what's up next, man?
When I was a young man, the first time I seen him, he came in with his son. I think Gary West was with him, Tim Mackin, and Doug Anderson. It was amazing to watch these guys play with just 4 guys. And believe me, they came into Kalamazoo, Michigan, when the first time after I got out of the Army, and I was so impressed with these guys that I was immediately hooked. I got like a little small shrine at my door with Eddie Fader and a signed ball and pictures and stuff. I just was phenomenal that I got the chance to play again with Rich Hoppy and Charlie in Chicago when Derek was coaching the Bandits, a girls' fast pitch professional team. But no, 4 guys playing against the guys that we put on the field. When I were in the top league in Kalamazoo, we had some decent ball players, and they kicked our butts.
That's what I find amazing, that they could do that with just 4 guys, and that's the pitcher and the other guys. I mean, it's just a phenomenal feat to see how many games that they won with 4 guys. People don't realize that. It's, you know, they think it was a whole baseball team when it wasn't. But Justin, tell us what's coming up next for the Diamond Kings, man. Where are we going with this? When are we going to see some action, man?
Well, it's still a little cold here. Similar weather to what you got, but it's getting warmer. Today we got about 10 degrees. So we'll be out May 11th. We'll be in Grimsby for just a practice game. Grimsby's one of our favorite places to play. We've actually made it our hometown, so that's where our home diamond will be located. Reason being is just because they love the game of fast pitch. Grimsby, the town itself, was very respected back in the day for its fast pitch. It kind of subsided a bit. I think soccer, a couple other sports, possibly some of the economics that we're seeing in our countries this year have maybe held people back a bit. So we're doing our damnedest to try to bring awareness to Grimsby here, bring some sponsorship, bring some people in, and make a ton of money in the sporting goods and stuff like that to help these kids out, get them on the field. They want to play, and I think that should be their God-given right to play. So unfortunately, the days of you and I where it cost $20 to join a baseball team, it's now $250, and
wow.
It's a small chunk of change. So,
wow.
And we're looking to help them out in every way we can, and we're going to play an exhibition game there May 11th for some awareness.
That's amazing. $250 to join a baseball team. Unbelievable. I remember when I was a kid, I played Little League. It was free. I mean, free.
Yeah.
You paid for the picture for the team. That was it. Otherwise, it was
That's
free.
Right.
Yeah,
you got
but
a glove, you got a ball, a bat, and a chunk of grass. You're good to go.
Absolutely. So, Dwayne Curtis, are you going to be ready to pitch come in May or what? What's happening with your shoulder, man?
I'm ready, man. I'm so ready, it's ridiculous.
You're ready, huh?
Chomping at the bit.
Otherwise, Mr. Brown's going to put his foot up your butt. You know, we got a new coach there, so you better be ready, Dwayne.
Good job.
We're counting.
That's right. And hey, listen, I got to give a quick shout-out here, if you don't mind. Take me 30 seconds. Mike O'Hearn. I got to give a shout-out to him. That man is beyond incredible. If you look at his stats and what he's done, is beyond incredible. And he actually played a big role in Mel and Cody with me. So I just want to give a shout-out to Mike O'Hearn.
Well, go ahead. How do people get a hold of Mike O'Hearn?
Hey, Dwayne, isn't Mike a Red Sox fan?
No. That's Glenn Polmoose. No, don't worry about him.
Yeah, because we don't want the new captain Ingalls fighting with this Michael Hearn guy. You know,
well, he's going to have trouble then because Michael Hearn's a Jays fan like me. So we'll have to do something different with the contract when we sign Brian as a captain. But we'll work that out.
It's my way or the highway, guys.
I guess he wins then, doesn't he?
But it's not.
I'm just kidding.
It's not a thing where the Boston Red Sox going straight up against the Yankees fan with the new captain you guys got there. I just want you to be aware of that. Some shit could hit the fan is what I'm trying to say here, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, we had an action-packed show. We got about 10 minutes left on the air tonight. I want to give another shout-out to Kimberly Rideout. I'm blown away by her phenomenal artwork. Again, you can follow her stuff. Get on the internet and go to her website at www.dreamscenes.webs.com. You can call this lady for your own mural at 647-898-9278. Don't think that this is out of reach financially for you folks. This lady isn't as expensive as you may think. You could call her up, talk to her. She'll give you a quote over the telephone. You can follow her on Twitter at Artist Kimberly, and you can find her on Facebook at Dream Scenes Kimberly Rideout. That's RIDEOUT. Justin, obviously.
Hey, thanks for all the compliments.
Hey, you're coming down here, and LG's taking you out on the town, baby. If you give me a call, we're going to work this out somehow. We got to have you look at this studio and see if there's any help for it whatsoever, you know? But
everything is salvageable.
there you have it. Even LG, right? Oh, see that? No answer. No answer. I want to give out a shout-out to Mel Hughes, who did a fantastic job. This is what a mother does for her kids. She went out and she did what it took to get this kid the proper...
Woman.
Amazing. And not only that, folks, she saved at least 1,240 other people that needed this jaw thing done. She got the Canadian government to, that's where people don't think they can make a difference in the world. They go, I'm only one person. Well, what? You know what? So was Mel Hughes. Mel, anything last you want to put out there before we let you go tonight? I think we lost Mel. Mel, are you there, Mel?
Maybe lost Mel.
You know what? Mel's probably out fighting another battle. Somebody else probably needs some medical attention. I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she probably is on a schedule. I got to get over here and fight for this guy. So, God bless her.
She's started her celebration glass of wine, too.
God bless her, and God bless her. When you hear about somebody that made a difference, not only in her son's life, but for 1,244 other people, that's just phenomenal. Yeah. I'm blown away by that, Now we're going to turn this show over to the guy that owns Juice Gloves. Get juiced. You got to get some of these juice gloves. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want one of these gloves, Justin. Do you?
No.
What do they got to do to get one of these juice gloves?
I don't just give them away to anybody. Obviously, it's got to have a bit of. You got to have something. You got to come to me with, something that someone needs. So if in the case of New York, he came to me, wanted a glove, and that's fine. Then he said that he had a kid whose father. Died last year, and he could really use the glove, and he's kind of mentoring him. So there it was that we ended up rounding up a couple of people who bought 2 gloves, and that created a third one for free. So anyone can have a glove, just, and they ask you to go ahead and do something for it that doesn't cost you any money.
But don't you sell these gloves? I mean, can people buy one of these baseball gloves or not?
You sure can.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. How do people buy one of these gloves? Tell us, man.
You contact me on Facebook. At either Juice Gloves, Juice Gloves, or Justin Tersini. Juice Gloves is easier to spell, so go with that, right?
And you know what, man? Me and you are going to get together after this show. I'm going to show you how to do this, Justin. We're going to put a nice ad on the USA Sports site and the Cleveland Sports 360 site for these Juice Gloves. You got that?
Sounds good.
Run us through the rest of these sponsors, will you, man?
Sure. Well, we got Bump Ball, and that's probably one of my favorite products out there. I'm big on the training tool, so the Bump Ball is an official size baseball, all leather, has a similar weight, so that means you can throw this ball and not hurt your shoulder, and it's basically an uneven ball. You bounce it around, and it helps you stay. It's great for catchers, shortstops, helps you stay in front of the ball. Works on hand-eye coordination. It's a phenomenal product. My buddy Carlos is the founder of that out of New Mexico. You got a dozen of them on the way to you there. LG, and you can throw them out at that baseball diamond across the way from you.
Right behind me, man. I'm still trying to get a hold of that lady to get you guys down here to play this team so you could show up a minor league baseball team. Hey, I got to tell you a funny...
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it'd be a lot of fun. We definitely would show them a good time, that's for sure.
I tell you what, I'm going to tell you a funny story. My grandson's turning 6 years old on the 27th of this month, right? You got that? You hear that?
Yep.
Because I don't know what's all that computer noise I'm hearing in the background, man.
I think it's Wes Anderson calling in.
Okay, well, Wes is better late than never, I guess. But listen to this, though. So you know what I bought the kid for his birthday? A pitching machine, man.
Oh.
So my son-in-law, I sent him a text yesterday. I go, hey, there's no way this kid has a pitching machine yet. He goes, hey, he's only 6 years old. He'll be 6 years old on the 27th. I go, okay, well, I'm going to get him a pitching machine. He goes, okay. And then I write him back a little later. I go, does he got a batting helmet? And he goes, what's he need a batting helmet for? I say, he's got a pitching machine. It throws the ball 35 miles an hour.
That's about how hard Justin throws.
Come on, I don't throw that hard.
He says, the kid's only going to be 6. I go, well, you start him out now. It'll get to the point where he'll be drafted to the Reds when he's older, even though I cringe when I had to say that because they live in Cincinnati. But go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Tell us about the rest of your sponsors, man. I got these little things at home. I should have brought them down here, man. I guess you throw these and people practice hitting them with a broomstick. Tell us about that.
That is another incredible training tool, and it's something that I went through, and pretty much every ball player has gone through. You get hit with a few pitches, and you start forming what's called jelly leg, where that lead leg starts pulling away from the pitcher. Just muscle memory starts going on you. So this ball this disc comes in. It's a curve, and you're hitting it with a broomstick handle. So you got to keep your eye on it. You got to keep that leg in there. And it teaches you, gives you some muscle memory as you're striding towards the pitcher and teaches you how to hit a curveball. It's an incredible tool. Any Dominican will have grown up playing it. It's here in North America. I can't believe every ball team doesn't have a couple of them to train their kids how to hit curveballs. It's incredible. And, of course,
and what's it called? What's the name of it?
What's the friend Frank Morris? He's an author of Ask Your Uncle Trivia books. I believe he sent you over the baseball trivia book.
Absolutely, man. I got the book, too. But and tell us, what was it?
Hey, you were excited about that you were personally keeping that with you. And,
I gotta read it, and then I'm gonna bring it right down here and put it on the desk. But I'm reading it at home. But I just want to go back to these things you're throwing here with the. What's that called? Tell us. Vitilia. It reminds me of.
You know what? My Canadian accent doesn't do it any justice. But it's a Vitilia, and Vitilia Sports is what it's called.
And there's a lot of major league ball players that were brought up on this thing in the Dominican Republic, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Tell us the name of the website. Can you do it?
No. www.vitiliasports.com. I think.
There you have it. And Leaf's got the picture on the screen.
Hey, folks, I'll jump in for you. It's VITILLA sports.com, or it's sport.com, no S.
There you have it,
what
folks.
I can see.
You got to get one of these things.
I can see the S. There's an S.
So what else you got for us, Justin?
And then we got a new item that's now starting to break into the major leagues, and you're finding all the universities are using it as well. It's a tater grip. And it's a grip that goes on your bat. Bats nowadays cost, if you're dealing with these composite or aluminum bats, you're paying $300, $400, $500 or plus for a bat. They're coming with a crummy little 25-cent grip on it that gets all shredded and is shifty and kind of spins in your hand, between your hand and the bat a little bit. They're not anti-vibration, so we've gone with an anti-vibration one-piece grip. It's super grippy. Forget about the pine tar, the messy pine tar. It's anti-vibration. The thing I love about it most, LG, as a player, I use this, and it increased my slugging percentage by a lot. It's that point of contact. When the bat meets ball and you're turning over on the bat, every batter is taught you turn over, keeping both hands on the bat, never come through with only one hand left on the bat. That turnover point makes it such a big difference. In a game where we're talking about less than millimeters, fraction of millimeters is the difference between a home run and a routine fly ball out, all the difference in the world. It's in and around $20. You know, it's cost efficient, and you don't want to put a 25-cent grip on a $300 bat. Expect to hit two round objects squarely in a game that you're great if you're successful in 30% of the time. It is a game of fractions of millimeters. Pay attention to detail, everybody. It's very important.
Unbelievable, man. How do people get a hold of that tater grip?
Tater grip is my friend Bill Steinecke out of San Diego. He has a Canadian affiliation, so we hit it off right away. He's married to a Canadian, and he loves beer. So, you know, we got along pretty good.
Anything else, man? We're running out of time here tonight, folks.
Hey, listen, can I step in here since I haven't said squat all night?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. I want to congratulate Brian Ingalls for being chosen as captain. I'm very proud of you, and I know you'll do a good job.
By the way, folks, that's Dwayne Curtis. Dwayne Curtis is talking now.
And I'm also very proud of Mr. Brown. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. And you and your son are going to do an amazing thing for the Diamond Kings, and we're very, very proud to have you, sir.
I'm proud to be there. I hope I can be there as much as I can. I like to be there all the time. I hate missing ball games. Just ask my wife.
You'll be all right. You'll do a good thing for us. We thank you.
No problem.
Those guys aren't related to that bad Leroy Brown guy, are they?
Oh, yeah.
No, my dad wasn't that bad. He was 6'8" and weighed 410 pounds or something like that when he passed away. But he's a big man. Played the mandolin, the fiddle, guitar. The Michigan Fiddlers Hall of Fame. And believe me, his hands covered up the neck of that fiddle and that mandolin. I don't even know how he played it, but our family is talented in the music field.
I can believe it. Well, congratulations once again on becoming the new manager of the Diamond Kings Fast Pitch softball team. I'm looking to see what's going to happen next. Is that it, Dwayne? You got anything else you'd like to add?
I think it was a great show, and thanks everybody for coming on. I think it turned out really well, and sick of talking about it. Let's go play it and get it done.
Well, from what I understand, they were stalling because you're holding everybody up.
Yeah, what else is new?
Hey.
Larry and Dwayne, I want to thank you for connecting me to this group. And Larry, I really, really want to thank you for inviting me to this conversation this evening and allowing me to be a part of it. It was an honor for me.
Oh, it was all my honor, believe me. Believe me when I tell you that. I'm so impressed with your work. You can't, LG doesn't impress that easily. Let me tell you, I've been through it. I've been around it. I've seen it. I've been lied to. You can't believe it. But you are one gifted individual that God created for a special reason, and it's just phenomenal to see something like that sometimes you can live a whole lifetime without ever having the enjoyment of talking to somebody like you, and I'm proud that I can call you my friend now. So God bless you, too, and God bless the work that you do and the people that spirits were lifted because of the work you do. But that's going to end it for tonight's show. That's going to end it. We'll talk again, Kimberly. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
And Justin, anything you want to end with, or would we pretty much cover everything, buddy?
We're pretty much covered. We missed Wes Anderson. I just wanted to give him a big shout-out. Thanks for calling in if you did. I brought him in particular, LG, to deal with your friend Jeff. Wes is an addiction counselor. He helps people who are all messed up with problems, with drugs or in problems in life in general. And
he probably got an emergency.
Last week I thought, Wes would be great.
He probably got an emergency call. He probably got an emergency call, and that was it, man. Somebody. Hey, Brian Ingalls, are you still there?
I'm still here, yeah.
What's the score, man?
The score. Let me check right here quick for you.
It's
11-6, and then the bottom of the ninth, so they're making a little comeback here.
11-6. We're still down by 5 runs. Your Cleveland Indians are getting defeated by the New York Yankees, who really probably got out a bottle of Geritol the moment they rose to the bus to get to the stadium today in Cleveland, but they're kicking some butts down there. I can't get over the fact, Brian Ingalls, that Travis Hafner puts a 3-1 shot dead center field to give the Yankees a 3-run. Unbelievable. He didn't do that the last how many years he was here in Cleveland, man.
I know. You know what? I hated on him a little bit last show, and he's proven me wrong. He's playing well so far.
Maybe you should keep hating on him, man, and that's the way, he's going to rise to the occasion. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end it. That's another edition of the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Our special guest, our neighbors up north all the way from Canada, Brian Ingalls over there in New York State. We had the Browns coming in from Michigan. Who are going to battle away? Who's going to battle away?
Go blue, baby.
They're going to battle away tonight for the big show, and Mr. Ware will be sitting there crying on his new cast. That's what I'm going to predict. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to you next Monday night.
Gonna own him.
There you have it, folks. We'll see you next time right here on the Cleveland Sports 360 show. God bless you. Have a great week and be safe. Do something kind for somebody else. That's it, ladies.